Everybody's screaming about housing prices, but almost no one's telling you the truth. So who can actually afford to buy in Kelowna right now? Is it just high income earners, investors, or are regular people still finding ways, even with sky high prices? And sky high, in this video, I'm breaking down real prices, real incomes, and the surprising strategies that are getting deals done in 2025. It's not just for buyers, but what sellers need to hear to stay competitive in this market. So if you're buying, selling, or even just curious about the Kelowna housing market, don't just scroll. You need this update. Let's dive.
Ever wonder what kind of salary you actually need to buy a home in Kelowna right now in 2025? In today's video, I'm breaking it down from condos, townhomes, and single-family homes. And by the end of the video, you're going to know exactly what it takes to qualify and how a basement suite can be a game changer. Buying a home can feel complicated, from interest rates, down payments, debts and credit scores, debt servicing, to low debt to service ratio. My goal here is to keep it simple and help you walk away knowing that average prices in Kelowna right now, the salary you're going to need depending on your down payment and what that actually looks like in monthly payment. Plus, how adding a suite can boost your buying power. Right now, just starting out, looking at the average prices in Kelowna for August of 2025, single-family homes was at $1,142,000. Townhomes were at $700,000 and condos at $458,000. So now let's talk about the salary you're going to need to qualify and how your down payment changes the picture. So really, the salary needed for a single family home at $1.14 million. So with 5% down, you're going to need about $195,000 of household income. And with a 10% down, that's going to be closer to $182,000. And with 20% down, $170,000. And for townhomes, it's about $699,000 average price point. With 5% down, you need $125,000 income. And 10%, $117,000, and 20%, $110,000. And for condos, I'm doing around $458,000. 5% down, $82,000 income. 10% down, $78,000, and 20% around $75,000. Also, quick note, these numbers are really based on gross income. This is before tax because that's what really the lenders are using. Before your take-home pay, and your take-home pay will be less. So always think about comfort and not just about qualification. Make sure you're not paying more than you need to on a monthly basis. But that's where the supplemental income of having a tenant can also help you out. What does this all actually mean? For a single family home, you're looking at about $6,200 a month, including mortgage, property taxes, and heat. For a townhome, you're looking at about $3,800 a month. And for condos, about $2,500 a month, plus any condo fees. And condo fees are normally running anywhere from $250 to about $400 a month. Depends on the condo, obviously, and we have seen ones quite a bit higher and some a little bit lower. But lenders normally will only let you spend about 39% of your gross income on housing costs. So for a condo buyer, you're looking at about $2,500 a month. And for a single family home, it's closer to $6,200 a month because you have less condo fees, but you are also taking on a little bit more of the maintenance costs. What do these numbers actually need for you to buy in Kelowna? And looking what you can actually buy between $400,000 and $500,000 right now in Kelowna. Oftentimes you're going to get into the apartments, but you can find stuff like this in West Bank First Nation and Nazi Way, where you can get homes, your own yard for $500,000 or less. Most of the auctions are going to be in Kelowna and West Kelowna. You're going to see apartments across the board. And you look at it, but this is something that you can qualify for. And sometimes it makes all the difference. I mean, if you do want something a little out of the way for a place in Fintry, this is a great opportunity where it is a great vacation rental place in Santiago Loop. I am very high on these ones. They're going to do phenomenal in the summer, especially short-term rentals. But breaking it down, these are the types of properties that you can get for under $500,000 right now. What you're going to want to watch out for with going with these strata properties is the monthly strata fee. Strata fees are going to ongoing maintenance for buildings, and some stratas higher maintenance than others. The average you normally expect to spend be around $200 to $400. It's getting more than that. You're going to be really careful and start looking at the number a little bit carefully, why it's so high. A lot of places with pools might be a benefit for you as a home buyer, and you might enjoy pools, but it's going to cost you in the long run. Looking at this one on Country Club, it's a short-term rental building. The strata fees on this one is $702. This is a deal breaker, and it's really going to impact how much you're going to actually qualify for. But you can go into this, something like these next ones, like this one on Water Street. Same great location, and about $387 a month on this one. And if you go to the next one, on Academy Way for the students, this is at $406 a month. And for this next one on Ellis Street, you're looking at about $387 a month. So there's a quick sample of what you can expect in some of these buildings. And it's obviously going to go up too with the size of your unit. So the bigger your unit you're going with, the higher strata fee you're going to pay compared to another one in the same building that is smaller. And if you're looking for the range under $700,000, here's what you can get. You can actually get single family homes right now in Rutland and other areas that is going to be under $700,000. I mean, look at this one on Dunnow, and you have one on Ironwood in West Kelowna, and that's on leased land, one on McCurdy. So there's different opportunities. Some of these are going to be more investment plays as well. There's good opportunities kind of all over the map. You don't necessarily need to get into townhomes. You can also get into single family homes with maybe a little bit of an upside. I mean, look at this one on Dunhauser. It is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,400 square feet, built in 1964. Overall, call them the BC box. It's a pretty simple ranch. You're not a whole lot to it, but a great opportunity as a homeowner to get into the marketplace. The layout might not work for you long term as you grow, but for a first time buyer, somebody trying to get in the market, getting up something with a little bit of land is going to appreciate in value moving forward. We're seeing all these development plays and small scale multi-unit housing. Everything is going to townhomes and apartments. That's where the value is going to be. If you get into land, it's a great opportunity. I mean, you go into a newer build, 2002 on McCurdy Road, 0.09 acres, but you're getting something like this for $700,000. And that's before negotiation as well. So these are things where you don't necessarily need to come up with a monthly fee on these ones. But you're going to have to be responsible for all the maintenance and wear and tear on it. So if the roof goes, you're going to have to and take that all into account. Now, going higher to the average single family home price range, we're looking up to $1,150,000. I just did on this search, we have 55 options between $1,100,000 and $1,150,000. So we're looking at it. Obviously, there's going to be room for negotiation, but right now we're seeing about 96% negotiation power. We have 2 back-to-back homes on 1993 builds. Acme Core at $1,150,000. This one on Logie Court in Kelowna, $1,150,000. 5-bedroom, 3-bath, 1993 build. So you're going to see a little bit of a range here. This was in 1977. It really depends on what you're looking for, what kind of area you're looking for, what you're really drawn to. So that's something we help and personalize for you guys. There is so many different opportunities, all the way from Peachland to Lake Country. So this is something that you really need to specify in what you want. Do you want future long-term value, something that's going to go up in value, something that's just going to hold its value over the long term, or really are you looking for something just to meet certain needs that you have? Those are really important factors that you need to take into consideration if you are looking at buying, especially in today's market. Do you have to buy, or do you want to buy? And there's different situations, and maybe it's a situation where you just do a temporary buy for the next couple of years. And real estate oftentimes also is a long-term play. But as we're still figuring out, if you go for something a little bit smaller, go down in price range, something a little bit more affordable that you feel more comfortable with, you might be better off. And just in case, seeing what the market does. I mean, a 10% drop on $1 million is a lot more than 10% drop on $500,000, right? So it doesn't mean you have to go all in and max everything out, because you definitely want to take into account your comfortability. Things are increasing in cost. Child's, food, everything like that is all increasing. So you need to make sure you're. So here is a huge insider tip. right now, if you buy a home with a legal suite or even just an in-law suite, every $1,000 of monthly rent is usually going to help you qualify for an additional $30 to $6,000 on your mortgage. So say if you're looking at properties up into $1 million and a home that feels just out of reach, or if you're looking up to 1.1, you have a suite renting out for $100 or $1,500 a month. That could really boost your affordability by $45,000 to $90,000. Really depends on the type of property. And so for many buyers, that's a huge difference between settling and getting a home that you really want. And I brought in a lot of these homes here that all have suites. So these are priced under $1 million and all considered having suites on it. We have everything from Glenmore to Quail Ridge to Peachland. Number of different properties all have their properties. I mean, if you want to get in Lower Mission, one of the most desirable neighborhoods, an entry-level house here at $1 million, that's $150,000 below the average price point in one of the most desirable neighborhoods, and you're getting a yard at 1980 build and a suite. So there's opportunities right now. And maybe you have an extended family that you want to stay with you, or somebody need to take care of your kids. There's opportunities. Say you don't want to have something maybe so old in 1990, and deal with. You can go with something like this in West Kelowna on Westview Way. $99.99 is what it is, and built in 2022, a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom. Again, large place. You do have a little bit of a strata fee on it. It's bare land strata, but for many buyers, this is really making the difference. Buying a home in Kelowna is all about matching your ego, your down payment, and your strategy to the right property. So whether it's a condo, townhome, detached, single-family home with a suite, there is a path forward. So if you're looking to buy in the next 6 months, let's map out your options together, because failing to plan is planning to fail. So let's break it down and get right on. If you haven't already, subscribe to the weekly email right in your inbox so you stay on top of real estate market statistics, what's happening in the real estate market every day.